When they tried to silence a king to keep his voice down, it still echoes. They literally took the jewels out of the crowns, put them in their own crowns, but yet and still, we still rise as kings and queens.
Tyler Perry's fiery speech at the BET Awards took the world by storm, and it wasn't just his usual talk. This was raw, unfiltered, and absolutely unexpected. In a moment that left everyone in stunned silence, the powerhouse filmmaker and mogul shifted the spotlight onto Prince William and Princess Catherine, showering them with praise, while subtly tearing down Meghan Markle in a way that no one anticipated. What followed next was more than just a critique. It revealed deeper issues, hidden tensions, and the complex web of loyalty, betrayal, and public perception that defines both royal and Hollywood circles. The world was left reeling, asking the question, what happened next would shock everyone. In 2020, the world watched as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made a dramatic decision that would send shockwaves through the royal family. The couple's choice to step back from their roles as senior members of the British monarchy shook the very foundation of the institution and captivated the media for months to come. Their move, dubbed Megxit, was an unprecedented act of defiance against royal tradition. As the Sussexes made their escape, they initially relocated to Canada, seeking a life away from the relentless media scrutiny that had followed them throughout their royal duties. But the media frenzy didn't stop. Instead, it intensified. With the paparazzi at their heels and the looming uncertainty of their future, the couple found themselves under more pressure than ever. That's when Tyler Perry stepped in. The self-made entertainment titan, who had never met the couple in person, offered them a lifeline in the form of his sprawling Beverly Hills mansion. This wasn't just a temporary gesture. Perry, understanding the danger of their situation, provided the Sussexes with top-tier security, ensuring they had a safe haven to escape the relentless paparazzi. His offer came at a crucial time when the royal family was reportedly pulling back on their support, and the couple was left scrambling for help. Tyler Perry's gesture was more than just kindness. It was a lifeline. Over the next few months, Perry became not only a friend, but a major supporter. His mansion became a sanctuary for Harry, Meghan, and their young son Archie, allowing them to regroup and regain some semblance of peace during the chaos. Perry had become an unexpected figure in their saga, stepping in when no one else would, and proving to be a rock in the midst of their storm. As the years passed, the dynamics between Tyler Perry and the Sussexes began to shift. What started as a selfless gesture of support slowly evolved into something far more complicated. Perry, who had initially stepped in to help the couple during their time of crisis, found himself becoming a sounding board for Meghan and Harry's grievances against the royal family. They confided in him, sharing their frustrations, their struggles, and their feelings of betrayal. While this may have seemed like a natural progression, it soon became clear that the relationship wasn't as one-sided as it initially appeared. Rumors began to circulate in Hollywood circles that Perry was growing disillusioned with the Sussexes. The once unbreakable bond seemed to be fraying, with some speculating that Perry was feeling emotionally drained by the constant pressure of being their confidant. Insiders hinted that he had become increasingly burdened by the couple's ongoing complaints and their reliance on him as both a friend and an emotional support system. Amidst his own legal and personal challenges, including a high-profile lawsuit in 2024, speculation about Perry's evolving views on the Sussexes grew. The Hollywood gossip mill had already started buzzing, with whispers about Perry's growing frustration with what he perceived as a one-sided relationship. He had been there for them, offering his home and resources without hesitation, but there were growing murmurs that he felt used. Perry's generosity, once freely given, now seemed to be overshadowed by what some described as a sense of entitlement from the Sussexes, who had continued to pursue high-profile deals while he struggled with his own issues. The more the gossip spread, the more it seemed that Perry was reevaluating his role in their narrative. Sources close to him indicated that he had begun to question his involvement in their saga, especially as his own reputation was being scrutinized amidst his legal troubles. As this tension mounted, it set the stage for what would be an explosive moment, a moment that would come to a head at a prestigious Hollywood event where Perry's true feelings would be revealed to the world. As the anticipation for the 2025 BET Awards built to a crescendo, all eyes were on Tyler Perry. Known for his groundbreaking work in film, TV, and theater, Perry was about to receive one of the most prestigious honors in Hollywood, the Lifetime Achievement Award. The recognition came as no surprise, given Perry's immense contributions to entertainment and his advocacy for underrepresented voices in the industry. But what nobody could have predicted was that his acceptance speech would steal the spotlight and ignite a firestorm of debate. Leading up to the event, rumors were swirling about Perry's evolving views on the royal family, particularly his relationship with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Fans and media outlets alike speculated that Perry, once a close ally to the couple, might be distancing himself from them. As he prepared to take the stage, the question on everyone's mind was simple. Would Perry address the Sussexes, and if so, how? Adding fuel to the fire were Perry's past comments about Meghan. In several interviews, he had openly discussed how Meghan had used him as an emotional sounding board, often venting about her royal life. At one point, he even referred to being treated like a therapist during Meghan's venting sessions about palace life. While it may have seemed like a throwaway comment at the time, in hindsight, it felt like a subtle hint of dissatisfaction, a foreshadowing of the deeper tensions that would come to light in the future. Would this once strong bond between Perry and the Sussexes now take center stage at the BET Awards? All eyes were on Perry as he prepared to speak, and the stakes had never been higher. When Tyler Perry took the mic at the BET Awards, he didn't hold back. As the room fell silent, he began by delivering a glowing tribute to Prince William and Princess Catherine, hailing them as the epitome of leadership, grace, and family values. His admiration for the couple was evident as he described them as the new king and queen in waiting. Perry's words painted a powerful image of the royal pair, not just as public figures, but as leaders who embodied poise, responsibility, and a deep commitment to service. Perry's praise went beyond the surface. He lauded William for his steady hand in balancing tradition with the changing needs of the monarchy, noting his initiatives on mental health awareness and his ongoing work to address environmental issues. William, according to Perry, was a steadfast guardian of tradition, who also had a heart for progress, a trait that resonated deeply with Perry's own values. But it was Catherine who truly caught Perry's attention. He spoke of her quiet strength and her dedication to early childhood development, a cause she's championed throughout her public life. Perry highlighted her ability to balance the pressures of public duty with her role as a devoted mother and wife, and he did so with a genuine sense of admiration. Catherine, he said, was the epitome of what it meant to serve with grace and dignity, putting family and community first without seeking the spotlight. This praise wasn't just about royal duty, it was about the values Perry holds dear in his own life: authenticity, hard work, and a commitment to bettering the world around him. His admiration for William and Catherine wasn't just lip service, it was a reflection of the qualities he personally values, those of humility, selflessness, and quiet leadership. As Perry spoke, it became clear that these were the kinds of leaders he respected and wanted to see thrive in today's world. By elevating William and Catherine so publicly, Perry not only celebrated them as individuals, but as symbols of a modern monarchy that could still remain true to its roots while embracing change. His endorsement carried weight, and it was clear he saw in them the kind of leadership that could carry the monarchy forward in a way that felt both grounded and forward-thinking. Just as the audience was basking in the glow of Perry's praise for Prince William and Princess Catherine, the tone took an unexpected turn. Perry, who had been graciously acknowledging the royals' poise and dedication, now shifted his focus, and it wasn't pretty. His words, once warm and celebratory, became sharp and pointed as he directly called out Meghan Markle. The crowd was caught off guard as Perry criticized Meghan for what he saw as the exploitation of relationships for personal gain. He accused her of using the kindness and generosity extended to her by people like himself to further a one-sided narrative. His tone grew heavier, and the weight of his words landed like a punch. He called out the way Meghan had smeared the royal family, painting them as villains to bolster her own victimhood story. "I've poured out support, my home, my time, my heart," Perry said, his voice steady but filled with a raw edge, only to see it twisted into a story that paints others as villains. It was clear that Perry wasn't just speaking from a place of frustration, he was deeply hurt. His willingness to open his home and heart to Meghan and Harry had been framed in public as a story of selflessness, but now he felt like his generosity had been weaponized to fuel a narrative that painted him and others in a negative light. The term ungrateful entitlement echoed through the room, and you could feel the tension rise. The audience was silent, some shocked, others nodding in agreement. Perry's words hit hard, leaving no room for ambiguity. The fallout was immediate. Social media exploded with reactions. The hashtag #Tyler Speaks Truth began trending as people dissected every word of Perry's takedown. Some supported him, praising him for finally speaking out about what they saw as Meghan's exploitation of friendships. Others accused him of airing private grievances too publicly. But what was clear was that Perry's frustration had reached its boiling point, and he wasn't holding back any longer. This wasn't just a personal disappointment, it was a broader commentary on the cost of public relationships and the delicate balance of loyalty, generosity, and respect. As soon as Tyler Perry's speech concluded, the aftermath was nothing short of explosive. The room was buzzing, but it didn't stop there. The media frenzy ignited across social media, where the hashtag #Tyler Speaks Truth began trending globally. People couldn't stop talking about the shocking turn of events, and the internet exploded with reactions, both supportive and critical. On one side, Perry's supporters hailed him as a truth teller who had finally exposed Meghan Markle's alleged exploitation of friendships. Many fans applauded his authenticity, noting how difficult it must have been for Perry to call out someone he had once supported so publicly. His words were seen as a much-needed intervention in the ongoing royal drama, one that cut through the noise and spoke to the reality of the Sussexes' relationships behind the scenes. Finally, someone with the guts to speak out, one tweet read, amassing thousands of likes and shares. On X, formerly Twitter, the debate raged as users stood divided, some even thanking Perry for his courage in holding Meghan accountable. However, not everyone agreed with Perry's stance. Critics quickly labeled his words as a betrayal, accusing him of airing personal grievances for the world to see. They argued that while Meghan and Harry had their flaws, Perry's comments were an unfair public attack, especially since he had been a close ally. "You don't burn bridges with friends who supported you through your hardest time," one critic tweeted, which sparked a wave of back-and-forth debates. Many saw Perry's speech as a betrayal of Meghan's trust and kindness, claiming that airing such intimate details publicly only added fuel to the fire of the Sussexes' ongoing battles with the press and the royal family. Beyond the social media fallout, the impact on the Sussexes' Hollywood standing began to unfold. With Perry's comments hitting the mainstream, speculation mounted about how this would affect their lucrative deals with Netflix and Spotify. Entertainment insiders noted that the couple's media projects, which were already facing some scrutiny for lacking momentum, could now face even more challenges. There was concern that major producers and platforms might hesitate to work with Meghan and Harry, fearing backlash or unwanted drama surrounding their image. After this, producers will think twice about future deals, a source told Variety, referencing the Sussexes' already fragile standing in Hollywood. The reality of this public confrontation was setting in, and it wasn't just a personal issue. It was rapidly becoming a career-defining moment for the Sussexes. How would they respond to this latest twist in their saga? Would they attempt to mend fences with Perry or double down on their narrative? Only time would tell, but what was clear was that Perry's speech had far-reaching consequences that extended well beyond just the royal family. Tyler Perry's endorsement of Prince William and Princess Catherine was a pivotal moment that could not have come at a better time for the couple. His words solidified their image as steady, duty-driven royals, placing them in a new light as the modern faces of the monarchy. Perry's praise, particularly for their leadership and service, resonated deeply, reinforcing the perception of William and Catherine as figures of stability amidst the chaos that has surrounded other members of the royal family. His description of them as the new king and queen in waiting gave their public image an undeniable boost, especially in the eyes of global audiences who admired their grace and commitment to public duty. The endorsement from Perry further solidified their appeal on the international stage, especially in America, where public opinion often sways with the influence of cultural icons. Perry, a respected figure in the entertainment world, is seen as someone who values authenticity, hard work, and loyalty, qualities that were highlighted in his praise for William and Catherine. For many, his endorsement made them even more relatable and respected, signaling that they are the future of a monarchy that remains grounded in tradition while embracing progress. The contrast with Meghan Markle's divisive narrative couldn't be more stark. As Perry's speech took the world by storm, It underscored the stark differences between the Sussexes and the Cambridges in how they approach public life. While Meghan's ongoing battles with the royal family and her high-profile media appearances have painted her as a figure of controversy and division, William and Catherine's quiet, consistent approach to service positions them as a beacon of stability. Meghan's credibility risks being further undermined by Perry's remarks, especially as he directly addressed her smearing of the royal family and criticized her for using public platforms to fuel one-sided narratives. Sources close to Kensington Palace shared that William and Catherine quietly appreciated the public endorsement. While they have maintained a low profile amidst the ongoing family tensions, insiders noted that they saw Perry's praise as validation of their approach. The couple, known for their commitment to mental health initiatives, environmental causes, and family-focused values, found their mission and ethos affirmed in Perry's words. Rather than seeking the limelight or using their platform for personal gain, William and Catherine's approach to their royal duties is rooted in humility and service, an approach that Perry clearly admired and chose to celebrate in front of a global audience. The endorsement not only strengthened their position within the royal family, but also enhanced their image globally, positioning them as the stable, modern royals that the world can look to as the monarchy's future. Tyler Perry's speech not only shocked the royal and entertainment worlds, but also ignited a much broader conversation about race, privilege, and the complexities of celebrity relationships. As a Black icon, Perry's critique of Meghan Markle, a biracial figure, raised critical questions about race and power, particularly within the context of Hollywood and the royal family. His remarks weren't about Meghan's racial identity, but focused on her use of relationships to fuel a one-sided narrative, particularly in her public feuds with the royal family. Perry's influential status in Hollywood added weight to his critique, reflecting on the fragile balance between celebrity and personal loyalty. His speech underscored how airing private grievances in public, as Meghan and Harry have done, can turn once solid relationships into fractured alliances. It also highlighted the high stakes involved when public figures navigate the world of loyalty, respect, and public image in the age of social media and media scrutiny. Tyler Perry's speech at the BET Awards has not only made waves in Hollywood, but has also shifted the ongoing saga of the British royal family. His words, which initially praised Prince William and Princess Catherine, ultimately left a lasting impact by questioning Meghan Markle's actions and placing her in an unfavorable light. What started as a moment of celebration turned into an explosive commentary on loyalty, gratitude, and the complicated nature of public feuds in both the royal family and entertainment world. The speech has sparked intense debates about authenticity and loyalty, revealing the complexities of celebrity alliances and the personal stakes involved. For the Sussexes, it marks a critical turning point, as their narrative faces intense scrutiny from both Hollywood and the royal world. Meanwhile, for William and Catherine, Perry's endorsement solidifies their image as modern royals, capable of bridging tradition and progress. As the fallout continues, the bigger questions linger. Will the Sussexes adjust their narrative in Hollywood, or will they double down on their story? How will this speech impact the future of the monarchy's image globally, especially as they navigate the complexities of modern celebrity culture? What's clear is that Perry's words will reverberate long after the awards ceremony, leaving a lasting mark on both royal and Hollywood narratives. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think of Perry's bold stance? Did he speak the truth, or did he cross a line by airing private grievances publicly? How do you think this moment will affect the Sussexes and the royal family in the long run? Drop your thoughts below. And if this deep dive into royal drama got your heart racing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding saga. The next twist is just around the corner. Stay tuned.